The Texans aren't the Cleveland Browns. What a compliment that is. How's that feel? Well, at least you're not the Browns. They're not, and they're a ways away from that. But you know what they found a way to do? They found their way to the public space. Most people with a microphone today, I can't imagine that many shows that I've started talking about the Texans right away. And a lot of other people doing the same thing for the first time in a long time. They're a talking point. One of the rare occasions the Texans are a talking point. It's not a good look. And it's not good. And the talking point is this. Are you wasting? Are you in the process? Let's be fair. Are you in the process of wasting a talented young quarterback? I think everybody now understands the economics of the NFL enough to know this. A rookie contract is, second contracts are the things that start to eat up your salary cap. NFL's a hard salary cap. It's, 290 million, whatever the number is. So you want to succeed and have as many players succeeding on first contracts, rookie contracts, because they're obviously not as big and expensive as what you're going to get the second time around. So when you have, i.e. the Brock Purdy's of the world, when you have a successful and talented quarterback on a first contract, you've got to run, and you got to run fast while you have that. Because soon, very soon, you're going to have to pay him a lot of money, and the economics of your team are going to change. Are they wasting their time and wasting a talented young quarterback? And the answer is they're on their way. We can't decide that just yet, but they're on their way to doing it. They're being talked about for all the wrong reasons now. And it's the first time in a long time. They are not, or they might, or could be. No, as of right now, they're the most disappointing team and surprisingly bad story in the NFL so far. The people that are lousy, you expected to be lousy. The one that came out of nowhere is the Colts, and they're playing teams with a record of 1-8. It'll fix itself. Bad organizations stay bad. So everyone with a microphone now is shocked. Remember this? Here's a comparison for you. I said they're not the Browns, but it's got kind of an Arch Manning feel to it. So everyone with a microphone has been shocked at how bad Arch Manning looked for the first 3 weeks of the season, right? Shockingly bad. The eyeball test said, oh my gosh, that just looks wrong. That seems way off. The Texans, are they that? It's shockingly bad, right? Same kind of thing. You watch it and you think, well, those guys were supposed to be good. You don't have to be great. You don't have to say they were going to win the Super Bowl, but you didn't expect it to look like this. It's shockingly bad. You didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Even if you didn't expect them to be that much better on offense, there's no way you expected them to look like this, and this is a complete and total mess. It's funny, you can flip the two franchises. No, the Texans aren't talked about all the time. No, the Texans aren't full of drama because the Texans don't have an old, narcissistic, Trump-like egomaniac as the owner, so everybody doesn't talk about them. But the similarities on the field and in construct to the Cowboys, I think are pretty accurate. Just flip the offense and defense. The Cowboys don't have any good players on defense because their general manager did nothing to help their defense. Nothing. Their general manager was clueless. Their general manager thinks that you should win games 55-53. Now, the Texans can't say that. They tried. I mean, the Cowboys have no good players on defense because their general manager and owner doesn't really know what he's doing, and they didn't even try. The Texans, many of us thought, and are now feeling like we're getting burned by this, the Texans thought and put in the effort and the money to be good on offense. They actually tried. They're not Jerry Jones. They put an effort in there. So they spent money, the Texans, and tried to fix their offense. They're 0-3 and just about out of the playoff hunt already. They've been shockingly bad. I mean, how about this? The numbers don't lie. And by the way, at 0-3, history gives you a 3% chance of making the playoffs. So I feel a little weird even trying to make the compelling case that they can turn it around. But here's how bad they are numerically. Just so you know your eyes aren't lying. Like I said, it's the first 3 weeks of Arch Manning. Your eyes weren't lying. The numbers backed it up. The first 3 weeks of the Texans, your eyes are not lying. They're shockingly bad. They are dead last in scoring. Duh. They are 29th in total offense. The Athletics power ranking of NFL teams comes out today, or came out early this morning, and the Texans are 27th. Who would argue? They're 27th. Before game one, what were they, 9th or 10th? Dallas is 22nd. How does that feel? You're going to say, well, Jeff, it feels just like it looks. It's terrible, man. Just for context, the Eagles are number 1, the Bills are 2, and the Chargers are 3. The Cowboys are 22, and the Texans are 27. They are rarely talk show material. Again, because Dallas and Jerry Jones and his plastic face take up all the oxygen. You know that. They're drama. Americans are not sports fans, they're drama fans, and no one's better at drama than Jerry Jones. So they suck up all the oxygen. But the Texans are now being talked about for all the wrong reasons because it's shockingly bad. You didn't see it coming. Here goes ESPN's Get Up. And when I saw this, I thought, wow, that might be the first time they've ever even mentioned the Texans. But it's impossible to argue with anything said.
Let's talk about a different quarterback. C.J. Stroud of the Texans, they're a bad-looking 0-3. Yeah. So if people are saying that guy may have peaked in his rookie season, is that an overreaction?
Yes, and it's mean. I mean, this is a young quarterback who's shown us that he can operate at a high level. What's gone wrong in Houston has a lot more to do with the group around C.J. Stroud than it does with C.J. Stroud. Now, he looks a little dispirited, which we really didn't see last year, and that is alarming. But look, they change out the offensive line, but did they make it better?
Nope.
Do they have a good second option in the pass game other than Nico Collins?
Nope.
Do they have any run game whatsoever?
Nope.
I think they have to do better with the infrastructure around C.J. Stroud before we can judge him.
I think you're absolutely right, but he is playing poorly right now, and I think it's a result of that infrastructure is starting to make him regress some. So I think that they are in a situation where they're starting to ruin a very, very good young quarterback.
It's worth reminding everyone they won a playoff game last year, right? I know it's an awful start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all that's good. I mean, the numbers say you mail it in, they're dead in the water. I don't, because of where they were a year ago, it's hard to mail it in. But that's going to be the new narrative, right? The only thing people like to talk about, they don't talk about defense. They like to talk about quarterbacks. And all of a sudden, the debate is becoming what happened to him, and then some people are going to argue what happened to him is what's around him, or some are going to argue he's losing it. But whatever, it's a wasted opportunity. It's getting away from them really, really quickly. Can they turn it around? Can they get it fixed? Can they catch fire? I mean, I guess. I guess so. They're not dead yet. It's really, really close, and the historical numbers back that up. I think there are 5 teams since 1981 that started 0-3 and ended up making the playoffs. The Texans were one of them in 2018, and another one was a strike year, and the team finished 5-4, something crazy like that. So the problem is the sample size here, again, your eyes aren't lying to you, are fairly convincing that they suck on offense. The numbers say they suck on offense. And they'll have to go on a historical run. It would have to be, like I said, with Arch Manning, people watched that and said, oh my, that's just awful. I didn't see that one coming. But the NFL is completely unlike college football. You don't get to schedule Sam Houston State in the NFL. So they're going to now have to go on a historical run. And if they don't, this is going to be, it's not just going to be a wasted season. They're getting close to those NFL windows, franchise windows shutting on them. You don't get that long in the NFL. You don't get that long to be good that long unless you have a genius GM who keeps getting it right. And right now it looks like they swung and missed. So not only is the season getting away from them, this window of success is closing really quickly. And it could be, and looks like it might, you hope not, turn out to a wasted opportunity in a franchise that's had a really weird and sketchy history. If they can't find success during this window, right? You've got the economics right, you've got the defense right, you've got talented young players, blah, blah, blah. You thought you made every effort to use the dollars wisely. They've tried really hard. If they can't get it right in this window, it'll be a shame. The economics are on their side right now. The draft picks were on their side. The free agent moves were on their side. And that's all rare in the NFL. It's hard to pull off. I'll circle back. You're not the Browns. But the only reason people are now talking about you, unfortunately, is how shockingly bad you look. And unlike Dallas, who doesn't know what they're doing or even know where to go and doesn't give a flip about defense, the Texans have tried. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Hey, here's a recommendation backed up by my own experience, a great experience. And that is, I've been a client of DJC Law, and I can tell you this. You're going to get three things with DJC Law. You'll notice it right away. The difference is you will get peace of mind. They will take care of every single detail perfectly, and you will get the result you deserve. If you're injured by the negligence of someone else, fighting with an insurance company for any reason, trust me when I tell you, you will need DJC Law. Dan Christensen and his team of attorneys have a remarkable track record. I've known Dan a long time. He's a military vet. He's board certified in civil trial law, and I've been a client. So you can trust them. You will get the result you deserve. Check out teamjustice.com, and you'll see thousands of 5-star reviews. The bottom line is, if you're in an accident, you need DJC Law. Contact them right away. 512-888-9999.